everyone, I'm your host, Frady Cat, and welcome back to The Letter. Last time, we sold the house. Woo! To the rich assholes. Yay? Kind of a yay? Maybe a yay? I'm not really sure. Anyway. We are now celebrating with our friends Becca and Zach. So let's continue. Damn it! Did it again! Me and my stupid mouth. Me and my stupid idiot self. Yay! Sorry guys. Eventually, I will start going to the buttons and doing it correctly and doing load instead of continue, because I don't know if I actually continue on the right spot or not. But anyway, moving on.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
Yeah, see, we already had this conversation where I kept going and telling, that they know about the house. They know about the house. They know about the house. Believe me, they know about the house.
It happens from time to time?
Bullshit.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something.
It's called positive affirmation? I don't know.
What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out?
Gee, way to be Debbie Downer.
Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressured me into it, more likely. Yes. We'll call it pressured. But I'm not going to tell Becca about that, knowing her she'll only fret.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
Someone who really wants the house.
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it.
Rich people, man. Rich people.
At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
Thanks, Zach. You make me feel like shit now.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday.
I'm just gonna go and say this to you guys. I love this music. And I really, really, really love the art style. I know I said it so much, but I just love the art style. It's so good.
That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle.
Apparently I am.
Well, there's you.
Thanks.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
I began to gather their plates to my side, the food in each still untouched. A laugh almost escapes my mouth the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. No, baby, I'm sorry, no. Baby, I'm sorry, no. Don't do that. Becca's hand interrupts me just as I'm about to pull her plate closer to me.
I'm kidding. don't go all pouty on me again. In all seriousness, though, I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I allow myself to fully smile, genuine and uninhibited. It's gonna be one of those days where I just can't talk. It's strange having to talk about this with other people, even those who are known. Even those who has known. Grammar. Let me fix this. It's strange having to talk about this with other people, even those who have known you long enough. But today, things simply feel a whole lot lighter than with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laughter here, a playful jab there, most of it spent on catching up on the other's new projects, or whatever keeps us busy these days. Something we can't afford to do the day before, taking into account what happened. And the fact that I decided I was gonna go and have a freak out. Even Becca's surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea bass we ate? Zach, though, appears less energetic today. You okay? Well, he's far from being the life of the party. He's definitely not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few interruptions, he's been silent the entire time. Did I do something wrong? Becca notices.
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Why are you sad? Why are you sad? Who made my baby sad? What?
Is it about the reviews this morning?
Trained expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man's look is enough to an answer for her. What the hell? No! I look between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
What about them? What about them? What about them?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her motioned and sure eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare voice it out. With Zach, it has always been better to wait, to let him speak on his own. Oh. Becca too, to some extent, although with her, explosions of temper are more common. Yes, as we found out yesterday. In the end, he simply answers with a momentary shift of his shoulders, gesturing for her to go on with a tilt of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca!
Oh my god, Isabella, have some fucking tact! The guy got bad reviews on his movie. What the fuck do you want him to say?
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. At the end of the day, it's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Oh, it's gonna be dwelt on. It's gonna be dwelt on all fucking day long.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
From how her tone rises in anger, it seems like she's the one slighted and not Zach. A snicker escapes me, which I promptly stomp down as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say.
I'm going with her. No. Just... No! Do not just piss all over my babo's dreams.
If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something.
Don't you dare fucking give up. Don't you dare fucking give up.
If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You can do anything. No, I refuse. I refuse. No, keep
You're
at it.
giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
Yes, it is.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
My palm strikes the table, sending the tableware on top clanking against each other. I haven't even noticed I was raising from my seat. But here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher will at an unruly student. Becca's probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there are some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. He, of all people, should know.
If you give up now, how do you know you won't make a name for yourself creating films in the future? It's just a review.
Yeah.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
And they're being dicks to a first-time, like, filmmaker. So the fuck what? Like, keep at it.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
An amused gleam is in her eyes when I turn to her. What does she find so entertaining in the situation? Help me here. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I have not read what those people wrote against his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know. After all, I'm...
Failing means you're playing, Zach.
Exactly! Thank you!
Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at.
Okay, see, this right here, that's a good way to motivate somebody. I'm gonna go and say that to all of you. If you guys feel like you should ever give up, don't give up. If anyone goes and tries to go and piss on your dream, there's a reason they're trying to piss on it, and usually it's because you're really good at it. So, keep at it.
I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost on my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blossoms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
So will I.
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
A burst of laughter comes from Zach. Yay!
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There is no face at all. Only a poor imitation of a puppy dog's eyes, if you can call it that. I call it freight eyes. See?
Promise.
Ah, I see what they mean.
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys.
A+ character, right there.
Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. What's night ain't for another week.
And there's all the answers I need from him. As sentimental as it sounds, There's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you've walked. It's not like it's over for me, though. I've still got time. I can still come back. Do my own thing, do what I really want to do. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding.
Not fucking funny.
BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states that as if it already explains everything. Then, out of the blue, she launches a long rant about the awful state of Luxbourne streets betraying her cheerful greeting. All of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet, if only to avoid becoming the next subject of her frustrations. She's similar to Becca in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she has finally ran out of things to complain about and stops, what she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a quick mumbled plea for me to meet the right interior designer in her stead and
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
Classic Rose. She ends the call without even asking for my input. Ooh, journal update. The sky is cloudless, and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we depart from the cafe. And again, guys, this art style is beautiful. Just love it. I know you're probably getting tired of me saying that, but credit where credit's due, right? Okay. Saturday, October 22nd. A day after the open house, the Wrights were seen securing the mansion's purchase at Briar Realty Luxbourne office. Parties involved in the transaction were surprised at how fast it went, but agreed it was to be expected when dealing with influential people like the Wrights. Happy over the sale, Isabella Santos treated her friends to lunch. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood or make them vulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff members going AWOL lately, not to mention my boss's mercurial moods. No, you have staff members going because they go into that house and then all of a sudden they get eaten by the house. Like you keep going and talking about you getting eaten by the house, it's because of this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes about the unpredictable weather, though, the streets of Luxbourne remains constantly busy. The hurried tapping of shoes against the pavement and inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd fills the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of the things we've yet to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to Briar Realty for me. Zach to a meeting with a magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. But more than once, I catch her sneaking a longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her this Christmas. I turn my head at the last shop she's checking out. A fleeting glimpse. The world stills. Oh dear God! Oh motherfucking hell! She looked at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing and boring into my very soul like a set of chains that keep my whole body still. Fuck you! There are no shadows or whispers this time. Only a plea, a hum low and indistinctive, compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. Nope, fuck you! I don't dare move. My heart hammering against my ribs, each beat, every thump screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All of my limbs feel heavy while my own breathing strains in the face of her calls.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest forces me to take a tentative step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wound in her arms and her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
No, stop. Leave me alone.
Oh, God! Her face contorts into something twisted and she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving rage. There's only hatred and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense to itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Before I know it, I'm stumbling backwards, my own throat hoarse from screaming I don't even notice already coming out of my own mouth. The back of my feet catches on a loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me out of the haze blurring my mind. For a little while, my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Becca's face swims into my vision. A look of concern is on her face and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Zach appears beside himself with worry while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against the small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I just saw a fucking ghost, and you guys lied to me. My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance at the display window. She's gone. Yet the foreboding feeling hasn't left me. My hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground, weakened limbs relying solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its home in the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up anything to get this wretched sensation out of my guts.
You are screaming, having a fit! Zach, call someone!
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt to smile to put her at ease, but it likely comes off as a grimace. After a pleasant lunch with Zachary Steele and Rebecca Gales, Isabella Santos received an urgent phone call from Rose Cooper asking her to meet with the right interior designer. Left with no choice, she hurried back to BRC, but on her way, on one of the shops she passed by, a familiar smile greeted her. That wasn't a familiar smile. That was bullshit. That was bullshit. That was bullshit. Gently, I pushed her hands off my shoulders. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away, far from here. Away. The humidity's stifling, everyone's stares are unnerving, and Becca and Zach's concerns are suffocating. I want to be away from here. I break into a run. I wish I hadn't left my bed this morning. Okay. And with that, I will bring this lovely video to a close. Thank you all for watching. I'm your host, reminding you that curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Until next time, bye!